What's up, guys? Did you know there's actually a Dark Ops challenge in Cold War Zombies that requires you to reach round 100? If so, that's probably why you're here. In this video, I'm going to show you my own strategy for reaching round 100 and beyond the safest, fastest, and simplest way possible. First things first, we've got to cover your loadout. As for what kind of weapon you should use, I'd recommend either of the two shotguns, but it really doesn't matter, so long as you're using attachments that give you more salvage drops. And as for your field upgrade, you absolutely have to use Ring of Fire with all three of its upgrades. The reason for this is because the late game strategy basically revolves around having your Ring of Fire active as much as possible, not to mention it makes dealing with megatons a cakewalk. So once you spawn into the map, stay in the starting area for at least 9 rounds and no more than 13. If you stay for 9 to 13 rounds, you'll end up having somewhere close to 25,000 to 40,000 plus points, which is a ton. Use these points to open up all the doors to power, your perks, Pack Punch levels 1 and 2, possibly, and a Dead Wire Elemental damage mod. You should also have enough salvage to get at least armors level 1 and possibly 2, and enough to upgrade your gun to uncommon and maybe even rare rarity. Also, keep in mind that you can do the Coffin Dance Easter egg for a free gun and free Juggernog, which I'd highly recommend doing. You could even get a ray gun, which, in case you didn't already notice, that's basically the key to this whole guide. Now that you've got all your perks, your weapon's been upgraded, your map's completely open, it's time to start getting serious. At this point, you've probably just finished killing off your first Megaton, so make sure you grab the key card that he'll drop once he's been killed. This key card is going to get us a free Die Wonder weapon, which is also pretty helpful in this guide. In case you didn't know, take the key card to the weapons lab, grab the remote control, build up a train of zombies in the yard, and take them into the first room of Nocturne and Toten and activate the die in the closet and have it absorb all of the zombies from your horde. Once it's sucked up enough, have it fire a blast at the door and it will open, granting you access to a free Die Wonder weapon. From this point on, you'll continue training zombies in the yard and going through the rounds like normal while using your die and your loadout weapon to rack up points and salvage. And you're going to need a lot of points because your last step to setting up in this guide at this point is getting your hands on a ray gun, and in this game that's probably the hardest thing to do. If you get to round 30 and you still don't have a ray gun, continue training hordes in the yard until you eventually do get one. I'll tell you this right now, you don't truly need a ray gun until round 50 plus, but getting one now is going to save you a lot of time in the long run. This is the slow point in the run. You're literally just going to be killing off each round at a moderate pace, and it really doesn't matter if you're camping or training right now. You just need to focus all of your energy into getting a ray gun and maxing its Pack-a-Punch level as fast as possible, and also racking up salvage. Now this is where the run has a huge difficulty spike. At round 50, the game sends in super sprinters, which are sprinting zombies that run even faster than normal sprinters. Trust me, they are much harder to deal with than they sound. Anyways, from this point on, you'll spend most of your time camping at the Wonder Fizz machine on top of Noct. Camping up here makes the zombie spawn so condensed that every time you kill one, you're actually killing like 10 at once, making the rounds fly by. What you need to do when you camp up here is use the ray gun at the beginning of each round, firing at each of the 2 spawn points near you, and kill off as many zombies as you can right away. Then, as soon as the zombies reach you, activate a Ring of Fire on the top of the spawn point to your left. Activating it here will kill off any zombies that spawn there, while you can focus on killing anything running towards you. At some point in your Ring of Fire, you'll need to reload your ray gun before it expires, and as soon as your ring does expire, you should have killed off the majority of the round at this point anyway, so just go ahead and finish off whatever's left of it by using your ray gun. If you don't have a Ring of Fire charge yet, just kill off as much at the beginning of the round as you can, and it should be just enough to get you a new Ring of Fire. When a Megaton spawns, don't panic. You'll probably already be in your Ring of Fire when it arrives, so what you need to do is try to split it before your ring expires, and if you're successful, try to finish it off with the ring as well. If you can't kill it in time, no big deal, just run out of the camping spot as soon as you see an opening, and then run to the yard and train for the rest of the round while you slowly kill them off. Also, anytime you need to repair your armor or buy ammo, don't hesitate. Armor is key on these high rounds, just like the ray gun, so make sure you keep yourself stocked up at all times. If you need to get either of these things mid-round, just throw monkey bombs and take the dark ether portals around the map. This is the last section of the run, and it's also the hardest. This will take place on round 60 all the way up to 100. At this point, you'll be using the same strategy from rounds 50 to 60, except you're going to be going to the yard to train every time time you run out of your ring of fire, and every time a megaton splits. Just to reiterate, you'll use your ray gun to kill off as many zombies at the start of each round as possible, then you'll pop your ring of fire and slay out as many as you possibly can to thin out the round. When your ring expires, if you choose to stick around the camping spot, you're likely going to get overrun. So what I like to do is I leave the spot as soon as my ring ends, and then I run to the yard to train. When I get to the yard, I build up a horde and then I kill them off with the ray gun, which usually gives me my next ring of fire. Then I run back to the camping spot and immediately activate my ring and then use the die or the ray gun to kill off the rest of the round. I do this same exact strategy when megatons spawn as well. I split the megaton with the ring if possible, and then I run to the yard and slowly kill them off there. I also should have mentioned this sooner, but make sure you always have a cruise missile or a chopper gunner at all times in this strategy. If you ever get in a bad situation or overwhelmed, call in that thing and rain hell. They're your best friends in this run, so don't forget about them. Anytime you need a new one, toss a monkey, go to the table, craft some more monkeys, a chopper or a missile, and a self-res kit if you need one. The rounds will gradually get longer, but so long as you stick to this strategy, you should absolutely be able to hit round 100, even if it does take a while. The thing that separates this strategy from other ones is the fact that you leave the camping spot so often. As fast as it makes the rounds go, sometimes it's just way too risky to stick around up there without a ring of fire, so that's why I designed it like this. At the end of the day, this guide is focused primarily on safely hitting 100, but at the same time keeping it as snappy as possible. So yeah, that just about wraps this up. I really hope you guys are able to put these tips in this guide to good use, and most importantly, hit round 100 yourselves. The most powerful tip I can give you is to not give up. I know it sounds cheesy, but when you reach round 60 multiple times and fail and have to redo it all again and still not know if you can do it, or even just being at 80 and seeing how slow it's going, or even if you go down and you don't feel like pressing on, you just have to keep going and keep trying. Eventually you will get it. It's not going to be easy, but then again, it's really not supposed to be. On that note, I wish you guys good luck and have a great rest of your day. Peace out.